Emergency Ecom Unlimited podcast. If you are watching this, there is a very good chance that you are gated in some of your inventory because Amazon is judge, jury, and executioner, and frankly, Jeff Bezos just doesn't care about you. That is the harsh reality. Dr. D, talk to the people. What is going on right now? Why is it happening? What do you think is happening? What are the trends? What should people do?
There's chaos in the streets. My ex profile is just going absolutely bananas. There's people, freaking out, trying to find out what's going on. However, this isn't the first time we've seen this, and this will be the last time we will not see this. We will see this again. And obviously, this time might not be the same as the last time it happened, but we have seen this before, Cajua, both me and you. And we have seen that, at first there's a lot of chaos. And then after a couple weeks, things start to calm down very slowly in terms of potential, ungating again, or allowing people to have their funds back, or not keeping their inventory in stranded and going back into where they're supposed to be, which is obviously into the products themselves. But Cajua, I really want to kind of pick your brain here. You have contacts with the elites of the Amazon community, and what are they saying? Are they sounding any alarm bells? What's kind of going on there?
Yeah, so what I will say is anyone who is being affected by this, I feel for you. I know people who have had pretty much their entire inventory in stranded inventory at Amazon. And I'm talking like multiple six figures worth of inventory, just absolutely stranded. So completely, totally devastating, and it sucks. And frankly, yes, I'm pissed off more on their behalf than on my own because most of our stuff is still okay. So let me give you my theory, which may or may not be correct. But so last time when this happened and stuff got ungated, right, after about a week-ish, I'm really hopeful that that's still the case, and this is my reasoning as to why. So one, this has happened before. We've seen it happen. Two, it's insane that Amazon would have this happen right before Black Friday. And so I think as sales start to come in and listings go out of stock, they're going to want people to sell. The other thing is Amazon doesn't want to do removal orders. That's not their business model. They would much rather make their money on the referral fees, which they're actually profitable on, versus having to run, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of removal orders on everyone's inventory right now. So I think at whatever algorithm blocked all these listings, I think it went a little bit too aggressive, obviously. And then hopefully it'll start to correct itself and allow people to start selling again. Because from Amazon's perspective, this is going to cost them, and obviously they're a huge company, so however many millions of dollars it costs them is only a drop in the bucket to them. But in my opinion, it doesn't even make sense from their standard, especially when it's people who are selling legit inventory and running good businesses. But again, the writing has kind of been on the wall here. Amazon has, especially with brands like Nike, I've even seen it happen multiple times with Milwaukee, I'm sure with other brands as well. The writing has been on the wall and the trends have been happening that they don't want tons and tons of resellers. Obviously the platform is still built for that, but those brands have just been getting hit constantly. And so looking to the future, is reselling on Amazon dead? No, it is not. Are certain brands going to be dead? Yes, they are. And if you want to stay on the platform, you're going to have to pivot. And that's one of the reasons why this year, we've talked about this in previous podcasts, why we have pivoted more into the brand direct. It's been a much slower grind. It's taking longer to build up than it would be just flipping OA really quick. But in situations like this, I am so glad we made that decision, because if we were still running up OA, we would be one of those people who probably had six figures worth of inventory that's 100% in stranded. However, right now we do have one ASIN where we have 16,000-ish of inventory that thankfully we hadn't sent in yet, so it's still at our prep center, but we can't sell it. and that sucks. And we're still trying to figure out what to do with it. Do I think we're going to get re-engaged in that ASIN? No, I don't. Again, it sucks. I'm pissed, but it happens. But moving forward, for us, it's just doubling down on the strategy we already have, which is brand direct, smaller brands, and going multi-channel. So figuring out TikTok Shop, figuring out Shopify, getting more stuff moving on Walmart, so that way when something like this happens on one platform, it doesn't totally take out your entire business. And we've been talking about platform risk for a long time. This platform risk is real. It can be regating, it can be Section 3. Even if you're playing by the rules, something can happen to you. And so especially if you're paying bills, you're feeding a family, whatever it is, like, you have to be de-risked from Amazon, because things like this can happen. And as much as we hate that they can happen and they shouldn't happen from a moral perspective, it still happens.
Yes. And me and Cajua will let you guys know when, that thing resurfaces. Hopefully whatever documentation needs to be, submitted, we will let you guys know as soon as we possibly can. Again, we are sorry that this has happened to everybody, and obviously, hopefully this doesn't, hurt everybody too much. But again, try to stay positive as much as you can. And again, we will definitely be letting you know if once we figure out anything. So make sure you subscribe and like the podcast on all platforms so you can stay updated on all of the new tips and tricks. And hopefully we will see you guys soon with a solution.
Yes.
Peace.